We're headed up to Upper Yosemite Falls. It's a very popular hike. Yosemite is obviously extremely popular, most popular park I've been to yet. And so we're gonna run into a lot of people. We're probably gonna be passing up a lot of people, even with the heavy duty pack on, because I got enough stuff to last me all day. I plan on being out all day on these trails, getting it in. So we about to find out. Yeah, I don't know where that blood came from. I don't know, but we about to find out. Well, I've already passed up 40 people, but who's counting? Most of them women and children, but it don't matter, they can all get it today. When I'm on this trail, when I'm on any trail, it's me versus everybody, you know? I'm passing you up, I'm giving you that little side eye like, yeah, good effort, but let the real men through. We got that dog today. Same thing as last time. No water on the way up, no stops, all the way to the top. I think it's about 3.5 miles up. So it's nothing too crazy. It's pretty dang straight up. So you get a great view of Yosemite Valley. So we finna find out. Pretty positive that's not the falls. 48 people passed, about to be 50, but who's even keeping count? You know, competition breeds excellence. Victim number 56 is coming up. You know, some people might think, dude, you're passing up women and children for the most part. So what, big deal? You know, this is not me trying to gloat, but again, anybody can get it out here. That's what happens when you're built different, you know? When a jaguar finds prey in a baby deer, a little fawn, they think the jaguar kills it and then's like, oh, this food doesn't count. I was so much more built differently than that thing, it shouldn't count. No, that's not how it works. Howdy.
Howdy.
That guy gets it. That's not how it works. That's not how nature works. Mother Nature, if it wanted to be sweet and sound, we would have grocery stores, but we don't. You gotta go get your own bag. Work or don't eat. I'm so close to the waterfall, I can sense it. Some people call them sound waves, but they're vibrations. I can feel the frequency, the energy. It's coming. I feel the frequencies. Well, my eyebrows aren't doing the best job of keeping back the sweat. I suppose sweat is more easily drawn out the further away you are from the coast over here. I was listening to a Jordan Peterson podcast with the doctor. He's talking about general health stuff. And a rule of thumb, oh, squirrel. A rule of thumb for cardio exercise is you want to get your breath up to where it's not comfortable to talk. You don't necessarily want to, but you can. It's challenging. I'm there. Well, we're pretty much at the top now. Got that one little final 0.2 miles up. Unfortunately, I've been passed up by somebody. I got passed up by one kid. He was from France, of course. So I'm a little bit defeated, but still passed up 65 people coming up here. So not satisfied, that's for dang sure. We're about to find out about this view up here. Mother Nature was feeling freaky when she created those trees. Over there busting a move, throwing it back. But I'm at the top, a little opening. So we're definitely about to find out. hits differently. This hike is brought to you by avocados, a very wholesome food, very well-rounded fuel for the body. You don't need nothing either. Split it in half, and you're good to go. Trying to find a good spot to get into the water, and I think I just found a good one right down here. It's starting to get warm. It's about 9:45 a.m. So I need that warmth because this water is about to be freezing. Today's word starts with my utmost for his highest, the daily devotional book from Oswald Chambers. Our Lord never insists on having authority over us. He never says, "You will submit to me." No, he leaves us perfectly free to choose. So free, in fact, that we can spit in his face or we can put him to death, as others have done, and yet he will never say a word. But once his life has been created in me through his redemption, I instantly recognize his right to absolute authority over me. It is a complete and effective domination in which I acknowledge that you are worthy, O Lord. In which I acknowledge that you are worthy, O Lord. Revelation 4:11. It is simply the unworthiness within me that refuses to bow down or to submit to one who is worthy. When I meet someone who is more holy than myself, and I don't recognize his worthiness, nor obey his instructions for me, it is a sign of my own unworthiness being revealed. God teaches us by using these people who are a little better than we are. Not better intellectually, but more holy. And he continues to do so until we willingly submit. Then the whole attitude of our life is one of obedience to him. If our Lord insisted on our obedience, he would simply become a taskmaker and cease to have any real authority. He never insists on obedience, but when we truly see him, we will instantly obey him. Then he is easily Lord of our life, and we live in adoration of him from morning till night. From morning till night. The level of my growth in grace is revealed by the way I look at obedience. We should have a much higher view of the word obedience, rescuing it from the mire of the world. Obedience is only possible between people who are equals in their relationship to each other, like the relationship between father and son, not that between master and servant. Jesus showed this relationship by saying, "I and my Father are one." John 10:30. Though he was the Son, yet he learned obedience by the things which he suffered. Hebrews 5:8. The Son was obedient as our Redeemer because he was the Son, not in order to become God's Son. As a kid, I probably wasn't the most obedient, but I usually would try to some extent to, be somewhat obedient, enough to where I didn't get in trouble. And a lot of times that resulted in just not being the most obedient. And just like with my walk with Christ and my obedience towards him, it took me 23 years, I believe, to be fully submitting to both Christ and my parents, in a way. Because I noticed the other day before I left for this trip, my mother was in the other part of the house and yelled out my name. And I was sitting eating in the living room watching TV. And normally, I'll yell back, "Yes, what? What do you need?" And there might not be a response, and I'll just stay there and just wait until there's a second call, a second request. But obedience is getting up when you're called and going, right? And so a couple weeks ago, that happened, and I was like, I called out yes, no response, and was like, let me go see what my mother wants. So I got up and went. And that's what real obedience looks like. And it might have taken me 23 years to fully buy into that. But man, once you're able to do that, once you're able to submit, as it said, if you're unable to recognize someone else's worthiness, holiness, that is an unworthiness within yourself. It is simply the unworthiness within me
that refuses to bow down or to submit to one who is worthy. A lot of times people have issues with authority, whether that's in the workplace, in school, in public life with police or security or whatever. People don't tend to react to authority well. And a lot of times it's a self-righteousness that we feel within us, that we feel like we are more worthy than the other to obey. And with God, there is no delay where we call out, yes, God, you need us, and we wait for him to speak again. No, you get up and go. Right? When God calls, you got to get up. The creator of the heaven and the universe, the creator of Yosemite Falls, calls us to do things. And at a bare minimum, it's to love others, to be hospitable to others, to be generous, to serve, to be a bondservant for Jesus. Bare minimum. In our everyday walk, everyday life, we are called to be a positive light to those around us. So
I didn't get in the water yet. I will get in it later. I figured let's keep walking. Wait till it's the hottest part of the day to get in it. Not many people proceed past the falls, but it's beautiful. That marble rock got those streaks through it. So pretty. So we're gonna just keep going. My All Trails app won't work, but I know just turn around, I guess. So I guess we're gonna keep going till we're tired. So we're about to find out. That's pretty cool. Somebody put some like neon silly string on this tree. Howdy. This is majestic. That's my word for the day. This scene right here, majestic. Hit the Michael Jackson. It's so funny on the way down, people that are like really tired will ask like, how much further? And like distance wise, I can't give you a clue, okay? And I can give you a general idea, like you might be halfway, right? But it's kind of hard to tell distance on a mountain. But like when they ask about time, it's like, is it an hour left? It's like, well, first off, you're kicked back chilling. So at this rate, the amount of time left is infinity. So I literally cannot give you a time. But it's just always funny, the people that are super tired are like, how much further? I'm just like, hey, every time I'm like, hey, it ain't far, you got it. This is the last dude I saw. He was down bad. You could tell by his body language when he asked how much further. He was down bad. And I told him, I was like, dude, it's challenging, but it's worth it. It's worth it, my man. Well, I was really tired after that hike. I needed a minute. And now I'm ready to get in the water. So the river's right over there. I'm in Yosemite Valley right now. It's nice. And this water is about to wake me up. It's about to rejuvenate me because I'm trying to go on another little hike today. And I need something to get me up after that. So a little cold plunge real quick. Well, as expected, that was truly rejuvenating. There's the top of the falls. I'm ready to go hit Glacier Peak now. It's up there. I think it's another 4 miles up. So it's even longer than the first one, but we gonna make it. So we gonna find out. So up to Glacier Point's gonna be 4.6 miles up. So more than 9 miles total. I'm beginning this bad boy at about 3. So hopefully I'm finishing the sunset. Hopefully I finish. I'm not hoping for nothing. I'm planning on finishing and I'm gonna finish. So we'll see you later, losers. We are about to find out though. Well, the last 2 groups I've seen have not given me any positive affirmation. The first people were like, are you okay? Do you need any water? And then the next group, most recent group, was like, you don't look too good. Do you need water? And I was like, no, I got water. But according to my calculations, I should have about 1.2 miles left up. The dude said they're selling Gatorades and cold water up at the top. At first, I literally thought I was hallucinating when he said that. And then I was like, you're joking, right? And he's like, no, it's America, bro. He's German. He's like, this is America. And I was like, okay, that's gonna get me through. And you know, that got me through the next 2 switchbacks. And then about 18 later, I'm like, I mean, I don't want to say how I am because I'm not looking too built different right now. Starting to break, but I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna get it up. Getting down on the other hand, I don't know. We'll see. There's a road that goes up there, so I might hitch a ride down. We'll see how it goes and how much sunlight I have left because I don't have a flashlight. We'll see. We are going to find out. Well, I made it. I had a very nice Dutch family come along to help push me all the way to the top. My hamstrings are bricks right now, but we made it. How old are you and where are you from?
Palm Desert. I'm 47.
I'm 17. I'm from Wilmington, North Carolina.
So I asked one guy, older guy, if I could ask him a question for my YouTube channel, and he said, no, I'd rather, well, first he said, yeah, I'll do it. And then he goes, actually, I'd rather keep my privacy. And I was like, okay, I respect that. But as always, I ask him the question. I try to ask him the question anyways, without the YouTube channel. And so I asked him one pro and one con of current society. And he goes, actually, no, dude, I'm just trying to relax. I'm not trying to get into anything metaphysical right now. I was like, okay, fair enough, my man.
I'm 36 and we're from Oakhurst. You can answer that one.
We lost all common sense.
Well, I made it up. The only thing that pushed me was the thought of getting a ride on the way down and a Dutch family that I saw while they were going down and then they came back up. And so they helped prod me along. They were very nice, friendly. But the road goes to the completely other side of the park and there are traffic jams. So I'm walking, but I refueled up. Got a chicken, a grilled chicken Caesar wrap from the little store up there. I got my potato chips. So I got 4.5 miles down this thing. Low key running out of sunlight, but it's okay because I'm alive and I'm gonna try to stay alive. But we gonna see. Well, if you ever needed white noise, natural white noise, just go sit by Whitewater River. I got some beef stew right here, finna eat it straight out the can. I got this little roll bun, and I got some Gatorade mixed up. And I done hiked about 17, 18 miles today. Literally feel like the worst I've ever felt in my life because of that physical endeavor and being dehydrated. But we good, man. Life is good. We sleeping in the dang bed of the truck real quick next to this river. And the stars are out too. I'll tell you that right now. The stars are out. The moon just slipped past the mountain, which is low-key nice. I can see the stars better.